In this video, we will see some of the sample datasets and sample cards that ship with MicroStrategy HyperIntelligence and how to use them in your own scenarios. If you navigate to the HyperIntelligence page on the MicroStrategy home site, you will see we have several examples of enterprise applications with HyperIntelligence: a website, Salesforce, Workday, and Outlook. If you navigate to the Salesforce page, you will see the power that HyperIntelligence has to bring data from any source into your Salesforce experience. If you turn the HyperIntelligence cards on in the upper panel here, you will see that now you can see information about your accounts, you can see information about your products, you can see information about your key contacts in the account, as well as internal employee information such as the details on the escalation case owner that you have on this account. All of this is powered through HyperIntelligence. But how can you make this work with your own data? If you go into Workstation and connect to your environment, you can open up the same account sample card that we were just looking at. And here you see it has our sample company name, SWT Automotive. It has an account owner, industry, primary contact, and so forth. All data taken from the MicroStrategy single version of the truth. If I go into the datasets, you can see the sample dataset that this was built on. So if I go into the Salesforce account sample, edit that dataset, I can see the columns that were in that dataset to power the card. Here, as it is a sample dataset, we just have one row of data about SWT Automotive. Let's look at how we can replace that now with your own data to empower your own Salesforce implementation. It's as simple as making a spreadsheet, and you can do this by exporting from Salesforce or creating your own spreadsheet by hand using the same column names as what's in the card. And then I just need to go back into Workstation, create a dataset, and now I see the rich number of connectivities that I have to create that data set. I can connect to Salesforce directly, but in this case, I'm going to go forth and connect to my Excel file that we just created. So here we connect to the new Salesforce account spreadsheet that we just saved. And when I open that up and prepare data, I see I have the same attributes and metrics coming from the spreadsheet that I had in the card originally. I now can link my account name and the website link together using a multi-form attribute. And what that allows me to do is to have dynamically a company's website appear in the HyperIntelligence card as well. And once I've done that connection, I'm able to save this data set, and then we can go out and take a look at it as we replace the data set on the card. So now you see at the bottom here I have the account name and the link. I can finish. I can save this data set out into the public objects on my HyperIntelligence implementation. I'm going to call it My Salesforce. I go ahead and save that data set, and then I'm able to go back and take a look at the card. The data source is correctly saved. I can go back to my cards now after I certify the Salesforce data set. Open up my Salesforce account sample card, and here I see the same card, but we have a functionality now in HyperIntelligence that allows me to replace the data set. I can simply select My Salesforce, and now you see this card has exactly the same format, but has the data coming from my Excel spreadsheet that I created myself. I can go into my own Salesforce implementation now, open up my extension in Chrome, enable the Salesforce account sample card, and now whenever I hover over MicroStrategy, I'll see that same card with the information that I entered in the spreadsheet.